Hello and welcome to the Town Hall with Sri Sri. As the title suggests, we have a special person with us today, a spiritual leader, a humanitarian, a global ambassador of peace, a man with a mission to put a smile on every single face. He founded The Art of Living in 1982. The movement has now presence in more than 152 countries across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, the man with all the answers tonight, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. It's a pleasure to honor you. Welcome you, Gurudev.
Namaste.
Gurudev, as everyone lovingly calls you, Twitter has been abuzz with activity. We have received more than 59, now it's 60,000 questions, I think, as the Twitter buzzer is indicating over there.
Right,
Our team of curators has been tirelessly working behind the scene to cull out the questions, and they've selected a few questions that they would want to take with you. With your permission, if you can start.
Sure.
Let's have the first question on the screen. This one is from Ravisha. When I look around, I see only misery, hate, anger, greed, and meaningless violence. How do you know there is a higher power?
Now see, the nature of our mind is when we see misery, we magnify it. You know, if 10 compliments are given to you, one insult is given to you, what you usually do is you catch hold of that one insult and blow it out of proportion. My dear, I would like to tell you there is a lot of good things also happening in the society. There is a lot of service, there are a lot of good intended people around. And if you look into the eyes of people, and you will feel that there is compassion and love in many people's, most of them, in their hearts and in their minds. I agree there is hate, anger, greed. This is because we have not been able to educate them in human values.
Moving on to the next question. This one is coming from Nathan. Nathan is asking, I am a homosexual and comfortable with it. Some call me a criminal. My family and friends disown me. Does God still love me?
You know, God has no choice. God loves everybody on earth. So, don't worry about it. Okay?
Let's move on. Janak is asking, different people have different notions of spirituality. Some think it is escapism, others think it is torturing oneself. What is spirituality according to you?
You know, all that uplifts human spirit is spirituality. Anything that brings you peace, joy and love, comfort, and motivates you to do service in society. You know, we are made up of both matter and spirit. You know, our body is amino acid, carbohydrate, protein, and all that stuff. And our spirit is made up of love, compassion, generosity, intelligence, all these values. So spirituality is not just sitting and doing something, it is something that invokes character in you, that builds character in you. Yeah.
Gurudev, there are many questions that we've received on corruption. And at this point of time, I would like to take an opinion poll from our viewers. Do you think spiritual leaders should speak on political issues? Do you think that spiritual leaders should speak on political issues? You can tweet in your answers with the hashtag AskShriShri space agree or hashtag AskShriShri space disagree. We'll wait for your answers. Moving on with the next question. Why do you have two Sri Sri in your name? That's a tricky one.
Oh, I thought 3 is too much. Actually, my name was getting confused with the sitar player. Even big medias, you know, when Pandit Ravi Shankar passed away, they put my photograph. I had all my thing about, you know, saying that I am no more on this planet, so I am still here. So at a point of time when Pandit Ravi Shankar was the name which was getting so confusing. And if you put just one Sri Ravi Shankar, that is common also. So two Sri could make it a little bit more specific and clear a lot of confusions which was arising. Because many times people would think that I am playing sitar and would come to my program, and the other way around. Many times, our famous sitar player got calls, that when he is conducting meditation classes. So to save problem for him and for myself, we both agreed that I shall keep it in this way.
Let's move on. The next question is from Lucas, and he's asking, what is my role in transformation of Ukraine for peace and happiness and against corruption?
All that we can do, that is in our capacity, we must do. In fact, we should do a little bit more than what we think we can do to bring peace. Corruption is a very, very serious issue all over the world, all over the world. I'm sure if you create more awareness among people, and together, if you all unite together, not with violence, not with burning buses and trucks and cars on the street or throwing stones at people, but a peaceful but resolute revolution. If we are engaging ourselves into it, we are sure to get success. It may take some time. We need patience and perseverance to fight against corruption.
Moving on, why are people into conversion? Do they have identity crisis? Sangeeta is asking.
People leave one religion and go to another religion because they have not studied their own religion properly. This is a problem. They have not understood their faith or the essence of it fully, especially in the Hindu faith, because we are simply going on with the rituals and we don't understand or study. There are not many opportunities to study the Vedantic scriptures and or yoga scriptures, or Yoga Vasishtha, books like this. So we know very little about our Vedas or Vedic heritage, especially in India. So people tend to convert, and I feel that they should first study in depth their own faith, whatever faith it is they are born in, and do not denigrate the faith that you are born and when you convert. Yeah? Conversion is your free choice, but do not insult the faith, denigrate the faith.
Let's move on. Shazia is asking, given that most citizens don't know their local candidates, should we vote for the individual or the party?
It should be a mixed match. When it comes to a local thing, local governance, municipal corporation, or even state, I would say, you should consider the local thing. But when it comes to national issues, you should broaden your vision and see what's good for the nation. Yeah.
Vidushi has sent the next question. What is it about long hair and a beard that most saints are obsessed with?
Yogis have one rule, they will do anything 100%. Either they keep it all or take it all out. I prefer to keep it all. It's just a uniform. Don't expect me to be like this forever. One day I may just come up with a completely different dress. So we shouldn't judge a person by the dress one wears or the long hairs, or this is one of the big problems. Just some people have long hair or beard. Everyone keep thinking that they are very, they know they are very knowledgeable. It need not be.
That's a tricky one. You have millions of followers on social media. Why don't you follow anyone on Twitter? Do you only like to lead?
I do see most of the social media. I see in the Facebook, I use the Twitters. So there is not any particular reason that I don't want to follow anybody. Just a time management from my side. That's all.
Kumar Gaurav is asking, hearing so many incidents about godmen, my faith is shaken. How do I know if a saint is authentic?
Yeah, it's a very genuine question you have. You know, there are people who bring disgrace to the field almost in every field, whether it's a medical doctor, whether it's a politician, whether it's a spiritual leader or a businessman. There are people who are not genuine, who are not doing what they're supposed to do. But we should not take it to our heart and put everyone in the same basket, right? There are so many good people who are working for the betterment of the society today. So we should not create a prejudice within us, isn't it? Yeah, there are people who do not follow the code of conduct of the field that they are in. And we simply have to sympathize, pity them, that's all.
Next question. Amar Daswani is asking, I'm a businessman and I want to know how you exported your product to so many countries.
You know, the product speaks for itself. When something is so good and effective and it brings so much peace and joy in one's life, and intelligent people take to it. And that's how I have not made any effort to promote something. It's all just kept happening on its own. Yeah. You know, word of mouth. For first 10 years, it was just word of mouth. And then, of course, we had many other books and printed materials. Many people came up and they wanted to teach in their countries, and so it happened.
For our TV viewers, there'll be a short break and we'll be back on the other side with more questions and more answers. Stay with us. We'll continue with the questions. Renata is asking how to know when to work harder and insist and when to walk away and let go.
You know, when you have done your 100%, then it's time to walk out. And you know, your gut feeling will tell you when you have done your 100%. You can't do any more, then better give up.
The next question is, why do we have so many gods in Hinduism?
Why didn't you ask this question to me? Why there are so many vegetables, so many flora and fauna, so many types of birds, so many types of people? The divinity which loves diversity can appear in diverse form as well. Do you see what I am saying? The one who loves diversity in the creation can be adored in many different forms. It's only one God, but in many forms and many names. That is the beauty of India. That's the beauty of Hinduism. All accommodating, some sort of all encompassing. There's freedom of worship, freedom of expression, freedom of concepts, different concepts. It's so diverse, I tell you. But remember, it all adds up to one truth, one reality, one God, but in many forms.
Anamika is asking, what has been the biggest risk you have ever taken in your life, Shri Shri?
Well, let me think. There's not one, I cannot say there's one risk. Any challenging thing comes in front of me, I simply jump into it. Whether it's going to Iraq at the time when the war was happening, or I'd like to go on adventures. Yes.
The next question is by Kunal. Did God create man or man create God?
Both. God created man and man created God. Isn't it funny? Man created different concepts of God, different stories about God. But again, what is God? Is it somebody sitting up there who just created something and went away? No. The summum bonum of creation, if you take it, that's what, the one thing by which everything has happened and in which everything is, maybe you can call it God. So, according to the Vedanta, it says, Asti, Bhati, Priti. Three things. It is, it shines, and it is love. And that's what the whole world is. Isn't it? And this could be one of the concepts. Unless until you start feeling it as an authentic reality in our life, as true as a pain in your feet if you have one.
Moving on, Bharti is asking, can corruption ever be eliminated? That's the question of the country today.
We should think we can do it and move in that direction. We should dream for it. We should dream for a corruption-free society. May not be possible 100%, but we should aim at 100%. At least we can reach somewhere 80-90%. There are some pockets on our planet, in some countries, where corruption is almost nil. So there are examples. So we can definitely make this country free from corruption, not just by some law, not just by passing a Jan Lokpal bill out there, or Lokpal bill. It should come with the character of an individual, Right from college days, school days, we must be infused in our kids, our youths with this, this idea. Corruption-free, crime-free society. It can only happen by our by social transformation.
Let's move on. Gauri is asking, when do you think you will retire and what are your retirement plans?
First of all, if I get tired, then I'll think about retirement. As of now, I don't see a sign of me getting tired of anything.
That's very evident. Moving on. Sri Sri, is it only time that brings maturity? How does one cultivate it in life?
Perception, observation and expression. These three things can bring you maturity. The way you perceive things and observe things all around you. Wisdom. It's a wisdom. It doesn't need time at all. You don't need to become old to become mature. You simply need this, observation. Observation of not just yourself, but also the lives of all around you.
Sri, people ask you so many questions. We've asked you so many questions here. Is there a question that you would like to ask all of us? And would you want to tweet that question to all of us?
Just think, what is that you would like to contribute to your society around you? How you would like to contribute to the world, to your nation? What you would like to do, give back to the world. I would like you also all to think on that and come up with some concrete programs, plans.
Can I request you to tweet that?
Yeah, I'm going to tweet that. In a while I'll tweet this. Yeah.
We'll love to hear your response to this question as well. Thank you, Sri, for taking the questions.
There are a lot of questions, 65,295.
The Twitter counter has reached 65,315 and it's
Oh my
still increasing
goodness.
as we look at it.
You think I have answer for all of them? I have no idea. But one question you should ask yourself time and again is, who are you? Who am I? Who am I? I think time and again when we ask this question to ourselves, all the cobwebs around our minds will simply disappear. Clarity dawns. So clarity of mind, purity of heart, and sincerity in our action. 3 things will make us feel happy, feel better, and society in general will become better.
We'll have to say goodbye to our TV viewers now, but you can continue watching us online at Sri Sri Town Hall at artofliving.org. We'll continue with the program. The next question is from